Be the judge of that. Here we go.
Well, this is Abi's desperate attempt to discredit me. I'm a man of the field. I fought against Hamas as part of legitimate intelligence organization, against savage group that were targeting civilians in suicide bombing attacks, waves of suicide bombing attacks that they killed people indiscriminately. So Abi today want me for some reason to apologize for saving human life because my truth challenges her convenient truth. Abby does not have the authority. She's just a self-appointed low-grade journalist. How can you be a journalist and you call this a genocide, ethnic cleansing? And she just keep repeating ethnic cleansing, genocide, colonialism, etc. None of it is real, including Palestine. It's all in your head. None of it is existential. Palestine was never born. How can you free it? It was never there. It's just a colonial entity, and some people choose to make it into a national identity. And this parrot has been just repeating Hamas propaganda. Marwan Barghouti that she's talking about, she never met him. I knew Marwan before he got to power. He's a criminal. He killed 5 people. He has blood on his hands. He cheated on his wife. He has a secret son that he never revealed it to the public. Of course, I can criticize him, and I can criticize all the criminals that I know personally. She's been there only for a visit, and maybe she had some falafel sandwich, and she really was blown away of the Palestinian experience. There is no such a thing as Palestine. It's about time to retire, find a different job. You're not a journalist. You don't qualify even to be a mother.
Okay. So that's what he had to say. That was the huge own from the Israeli side of this debate, that Abby Martin is not qualified to be a mother. She's fallen in love with Palestine, and Palestine isn't real. Everything she says is untrue. She's just spouting Hamas propaganda. Does this sound like a winning argument? Really no facts here. There's no argument to be made. It's just smear after smear, childish smears. I mean, these are the people that the Israelis, that Israel has put out there as their spokespeople, unhinged, maniacal, and genocidal. He literally says here that Palestine isn't real. Well, that is news to billions of people. That is news to a region in West Asia, which has saw the Palestinian cause as one to identify with. That is news to millions upon millions around the world that are marching for Palestine, standing with Palestine. And of course, that's news to international law, where there are dozens upon dozens of UN resolutions which recognize Palestine. It just so happens that the United States, Israel, and the vassal states in the collective West have done everything they can to stymie any kind of hope for Palestinian self-determination up until this point. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Palestine is acknowledged as not only existing, but having the right to its own state. Whether you agree with the two-state solution or not, whether you're someone who believes in one state, or like Mr. Yossab, you believe in no state, you believe that Palestinians don't even exist, or that Palestine doesn't exist at all. So here's what Abby Martin, how she, this is just one clip, but I think it summarizes where she stood in this whole debate. So here we go. Sorry about that. So let's pull up. Let's see who has the facts and who doesn't. Here we go.
We see Israel has committed, in fact, some of the most heinous war crimes in modern history, peers. And as we're seeing the invasion now of Rafah cutting off the last vestige of escape for Palestinians, the last vestige of aid delivery, 1.3 million Palestinians, including 600,000 children, with nowhere left to go. This is what Palestinians were told was a safe corridor. That is why they all fled to Rafah. Rafah has been bombarded for the last several weeks, killing dozens of people every day. So I think at this point, 6 months into a genocide, to be deliberating whether or not Israel should continue with this onslaught, this military operation that will result in mass slaughter to continue their ethnic cleansing of Gaza is frankly absurd, patently so, considering what we've seen them do just in the last several weeks, peers. Evidence of summary executions of doctors, evidence of mass graves, hundreds of bodies bound, dozens of men, women, and children bound, evidence, according to the UN, of Palestinians buried alive, using drones to lure out Palestinians with sounds of crying children so they could be shot and killed. I mean, this is unparalleled in modern history, actually, and the devastation that's occurred in the Gaza Strip, according to the UN, will take 80 years to rebuild without conditions. So at this point, Israel needs to be stopped before they continue this horrific onslaught, peers.
So there you have it. And now we have Richard Medhurst here, so he can come in immediately and weigh in on this. Hello, Richard. How are you?
I'm sorry, I was a bit late. I literally finished like 1 minute ago and I hopped on.
No